I promised you guys that I'm going to be making a video to show you how to create an irresistible portfolio even if you've had no clients in the past. And that is what I'm here to do today. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what a portfolio is, why it's important that you must have a portfolio, what should be in your portfolio, and how to create yours even if you had no clients. Let's get into it. So first thing is, what is a portfolio? Your portfolio is what shows what you do. That is, it showcases your skills, it shows your work samples, what you have done, and helps to convince your potential clients that you're actually the right person for the job. So they reach out to you to hire you, right? That is what a portfolio is. Now let's move over to why a portfolio is important. You need to understand that a lot of people are already speaking. So many persons are saying so many things online. I mean, you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, people are creating content, people are talking about what they do. Even in the emails, the same emails you're sending, people are sending, the same applications you're sending, other people are sending, right? But then you should have a portfolio because this is what sets you apart. This is what makes you look serious. It is what proves that you are actually what you say you are. Because clients do not want to hear that you're a good designer. They don't want to hear that you are a good or professional or 5 years experience ghostwriter. They don't want to hear that you're a 3 years or 10 years experience virtual assistant. They want to see that you can actually get the job done. They want to have on board who can work with them to bring their brand goals, their business goals, their goals into reality, right? And so that is what you want to do, and your portfolio helps you do that. Your portfolio helps you show and not just tell that you can deliver. Now let's move over to what should actually be in your portfolio. The first thing we should find there is your about me section, and this is a section that shows who you are, what you do, and who you do it for. Like, it's as simple as I'm saying it. Don't try to overcomplicate it. Don't try to use bogus English, right? To define who you are, what you do, and who you do it for. Just make it as clear as possible. You are a graphics designer and you design for whatever brand or whoever. You mention who you design and what you actually do for them. You help them create eye-catching designs that gets their customers from scrolling. You're a B2C content strategist like me. You probably help B2C brands, that's business to consumer brands or personal brands, analyze their content and create effective content strategies that would improve their brand's visibility or that will increase their brand sales, right? So you should be that definite, be that particular, mention what you do, mention who you do it for, and what you actually do for them. All right, make it clear, make it simple, make it short. Add a sort of personality if you have to. It doesn't have to be like 1, 2, 3 line thing. Just keep it interesting, keep it short, yet a little bit of detail. That is pointing out particularly who you do this for and what you do for them. Just like the instance I gave, but of course you need to add a few other things, but make sure that overall it is simple, it is short, it is clear, it is easy to understand, such that people who need your services and don't even know that they actually need your services, when they come to your about me section, they are able to know that, oh, I might need to work with this lady or with this guy. You get? The second section, or the second thing that should be in your portfolio, is a list of the services you offer. As I always say, simplicity is very attractive. Keep it clear, keep it simple. Like I said earlier, such that someone who needs your services but doesn't even know, once they come across it, they are able to know that, yes, I need to have this person on board. Don't try to get it done like you're writing for a professor, or like you want to impress or convince a professor, except that's what you want to do. But if not, you're a digital service provider, keep it clear, no confusion. List the things you do. You write blog posts, write it there. You write ebooks, write it there. You write, what kind of flyers do you design, write it there. Whatever you do, the list of things you do, you create content calendars, write it there. Whatever logo designs, put it out there, just that we keep it straight to the point. This is your service page. This is where you're trying to show them or tell them what you actually do. My point is, don't overcomplicate things and don't try to use so much English because you want to impress. I have a community and I review their portfolio, so I know what I'm saying. There's always this urge to make it 100, to make it to speak, especially if you're a writer, to write all the English in the world just because you are asked to list what you do. It's not supposed to be that way. Make sure it is clear, easy to understand, and simple. The third section that should be in your portfolio is your work samples. I think I'm going to put out my portfolio, my Canva portfolio here, so you see what I'm talking about. Now, this is the heart of the portfolio, and you don't even need to do too much here, but you need to pay more attention to this particular section, right? This is where you get screenshots of what you have done or links to the things you have done, so long as it is approved by your clients, whoever you worked with in the past, that you can actually put it out there. Or that is to say, so long as you're not a ghostwriter, that is, there's no confidentiality in what you're doing. Get the links of those things you have done, screenshots of the things you have done, designs you have created, whatever. Just put it out there in your work sample. Write a description of what the project was all about and what you helped them to achieve. As I always say, it doesn't have to be complicated, but make sure you have your best on it. Yes, because this is where you're showing them that this is what I have done in the past and I can actually replicate it for you. The fourth is your testimonial section, and this is where you want to include all the screenshots or all the proof of what you have done in the past for clients and what they are saying about it. Basically, your work sample is about what you did. Now, over to your testimonial is what your clients are actually saying about what you did for them. All right, so put out a screenshot of it's almost always a screenshot. Yeah, so put out a screenshot, or if it was a written text, in whichever way you have it put together, just put it there, and of course attach a caption of what you did for them, that and the results it brought for them, or what warranted that beautiful review. And it doesn't always have to be clients that paid you. It could be people you worked with for free. So long as it is review worth presenting, and a review that speaks well of your brand, that speaks good of how much value you bring to the table, it's okay to have it there. The fifth section is where you have your contact information. Now you need to give them as many options as you can: your email address, your social media handles, your WhatsApp number if you're open to that. Any means at all you are comfortable having them reach out to you, or where you know it would be more easy for them to actually reach out to you. Attach the link there. If you're using Canva, I love Canva because of how organized it can make your work. If you're using Canva, you can actually click on the text. Like for example, if you say send me a DM on WhatsApp, you can click on the WhatsApp, that highlights the WhatsApp, and there'll be an option for you to attach a link there. So the link is not showing, but it's underlined. Yeah, after you've done that, it's underlined such that when they click on the WhatsApp, it automatically directs them to your WhatsApp DM. And that's so sweet. All right. Now, so that's it for the major things that should be in your portfolio sample. Now let's move over to how you can actually create a portfolio even if you've worked with no clients in the past. This is very simple, but many people don't know. I always give an analogy I believe so many persons will understand. When you visit certain places, for example, a tailor's shop, most of the clothes you're seeing there are not actually clothes for particular clients, like real clients. Most of them were just imaginary figures in the head of this tailor or a fashion designer or whoever, that they created, and they're putting it out there to show you that, oh, this is my work, this is what I can actually do if you get me to make your dress. All right, in that same way, it applies to you as a digital service provider. If you're a ghostwriter, you write blog posts, all you have to do is to think about the topics you write, that's the topic in your niche. Write blogs about it, write content about it, and then you can publish on Medium. You can even have, if you have a blog, you can publish it there, and that can be your work sample. Yeah, because at the end of the day, the goal is to just convince your clients that this is what I have done and I can get this done for you. If you're a graphic designer, you're not getting clients, don't just sit down and relax. Depending on your niche, depending on the kind of flyers you design, imagine stuff and just put a design together and have it in your work sample. If you're a social media manager, you manage social media accounts, all you have to do is create an imaginary account for whichever, let's say it's Instagram, let's say it's Facebook. Create an account, and let's say you manage accounts for food brands. You can start putting out food pictures, whatever you do, food videos there, and you can actually do this for like a period of 2-3 weeks. You take a screenshot of the before, take a screenshot of what happened after days of you posting the things you post and doing the magic you do. You know how you do your thing. So you now take a screenshot of it at the end of that, and you put it in your work sample, like comparing before and after what you do. It doesn't matter if it is a big client. What matters is that this is your work sample, this is what you have done, and this is what you can actually do for your clients. Okay, the next thing you can actually do if you're not getting any clients yet is to actually volunteer. All right, you can volunteer to write content for people if you're a content writer. Whatever you do, virtual assistant, you can volunteer to, or even a community manager, you can always volunteer. And when you do, you get reviews from them and you put it out there in your work sample or your testimonial section. It's as simple as that. So don't just sit right there and wait until clients hire you. If they don't hire you, volunteer to work, and you are not doing them all the favor. You are also helping yourself, because now you're building, as you're trying to design those flyers, those imaginary flyers, you're building experience. You're and if you're working for somebody for free, you're also building experience. They are giving you corrections, you are adjusting, you're getting to learn how to actually um relate with your clients. You're also learning how to be creative. You're learning a lot of things, and most importantly, you are gathering reviews. I know the person who designs my flyers. I know how many referrals have gone out to her because I simply posted her work on my WhatsApp status, and people are like, "Oh, who is doing this for you?" And they would like to have a number, and that's it. So when you actually volunteer to work with people for free, who knows, you can actually get referrals from there as well. So at the end of the day, as I always say, it's a win-win. Now you might be asking, where can I actually get this portfolio done? You can use Canva. Canva is my favorite. I don't know. A lot of people think Canva works best for graphic designers, but honestly speaking, I think Canva is my favorite. And we also have Geno Portfolio. We have Contra.com. We have Contently. We have Gamma.site. We have so many of them, like so many of them. We have Notion. I did a portfolio one time with Notion. Yeah, so you can actually have a Notion website. So just download the app and follow the process and get yours done. Most of all these sites I've mentioned, or all these tools I've mentioned, are very user friendly. You don't need a special class to learn how to do it, right? And remember, your portfolio, you don't have to do too much. Okay, of course, I talk a lot about excellence. Excellence is important, but the major thing is to keep it neat. The major thing is to keep it clear, to ensure that whatever you're communicating is clear, is straight to the point, is okay. All right, and then your color combination, you should be very careful about that. If you're using a platform like Canva that allows you to do all of those beautiful things, you can easily go with two colors or three colors that align with your brand vibes or your brand goals, whichever way you put that. But just make sure that it's not, there's no color rioting going on there. Excellence is very, very important, but sometimes you may never become excellent if you don't at least try. And I bet you the first portfolio I ever did with Canva was definitely not the best, but it helped me gain experience, and I kept on improving as I kept on gathering more things I needed to update my portfolio with. I kept on going back, and now it gets better. Okay, so get started with yours already, and with time it gets better too. All right, I hope you found this video helpful. And now, if you do, I have another video where I talked about how to get your first client in the next 6 months or less. I'm going to be putting it here, so you can simply click on it, watch, and don't forget to let me know when the testimonies start rolling in, because I can't wait to congratulate you personally. If you've been having clients, this video is going to help you get more clients. All right, so it's a must watch for you if you're interested in more clients, if you're interested in more money. Thank you so much for watching this video up till now. If you are here for the first time, my name is Sophia Nwafo, and this is your safe place for honest conversations on faith, growth, remote working, and building a successful digital career. And if this sounds like subjects you're interested in, do well to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out anytime I upload helpful videos like this. Also, do well to leave a comment of whatever you found interesting or whatever you learned from this video. And if you have any question or other things you'd like me to address in subsequent videos, do well to leave it there, and I'll be glad to help in any way I can. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.